Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream on the PoGoRaids Twitch channel. So, the basic format, most people who are watching probably know it. A lot of people, usually approximately 8 to 10, pick in an order and get to pick 6 Pokemon each. So, basic draft format. However, between opponents, you're allowed to TM your moves, you're allowed to change between Shadow and non-Shadow. And you can also run different variants. For example, you can run a different Mewtwo than in the first game, because stuff like legacy moves are obviously way more accessible that way. Battles are played in a best of 4 format, so if a set is close, it can end in a 2-2 instead of a 2-1, like in, for example, Sylph, where you only play 3 matches.
Let's introduce ourselves. So I'm Dialab Chung.
Indeed.
Yes, it's all good. So I'm Dialab Chung. I'm just a caster today, but most of you know me for playing in GBLA as well as sometimes being on top of the leaderboard. And I've recently gone into Twitch streaming as well. And I used to make YouTube videos, but that I haven't been doing that in a while. And you, Nexus?
I'm Nexus Ilya, or just Ilya. I was the Master League Premier Cup champion here. A couple of my drafts were featured by King, and if you saw me on stream, it was probably on a My PvP Academia stream before, usually Gym Breakers or a Sylph Showdown. Also ref in every other community, it feels like nowadays.
Yeah.
Especially the big ones like Gym Breakers and Sylph.
Mm-hmm. See, so this week we'll have Cabana 675 versus Heater 1351, Blazingly Blaze versus Oscar Ejan. I can't pronounce. You're really good with that. Oh man,
I'm German,
77899.
and it's Dutch, so it's not that hard.
You're what? Sorry.
I'm German, and it's
Okay.
Dutch, so it's
Dutch.
fairly similar.
77899 versus Dutch Goku and Stefan. Say it.
Also Eichenraum.
Is it? Are they brothers? I want
Yes,
to.
they are. Whenever
my.
they battle, they call it couch battles.
Coach Battles and versus Darkest David this week, and this will be round two of the champions division. All right,
We have Heater versus Cabana first. So, as we can see, the Zekrom of Cabana is pretty decent here. It only really hard loses to the Sylveon. Lando is okay-ish still, because Dragon Breath just chunks that much, and you outpace to the first move if you run the Crunch. The opposing Dragonite isn't that great either, but a Wild Charge will take it out after the Dragon Breaths.
I agree. I feel like for Cabana, Zekrom is probably his best Mon, except it just loses to Togekiss, right? And for Heater, probably his best out of those 6 is probably Sylveon. The only Mon he really loses to is the opposing Charmer.
Yeah, Sylveon just gets outbulked by Togekiss usually. However, if Sylveon manages to land a Moonblast, it can put an absolute dent into anything, really. Everything has to shield that once it gets there. However, it does take 30 turns to get there. I also quite like the Mewtwo, since it's so neutral against everything except for the Zarude, but even that, it can just Dynamic Punch, which will do approximately 50%, I suppose.
For Heater, I actually feel the opposite. I feel like Mewtwo Armored isn't very strong on his side. It has a lot of neutral matchups, but those neutral matchups you don't really end up winning, in my opinion.
I think you underestimate the power of Armored Mewtwo in Master League. It is really
you're the champion.
Confusions chunk a lot, and Side Strikes just are massive. Like, Side Strike is such a busted move, as we always see from the normal Mewtwo variant, which does have a higher attack stat, but still, Armored Mewtwo can just essentially one-hit Machamp with the confusion damage. It can also probably one-hit the Raikou, and Togekiss and Zekrom don't really enjoy those either. Melodic and Zekrom can actually probably tank one, but they don't really like it either because it's just so much, especially with the stab on Confusion and
Yeah.
Psy Strike, and both are high damaging moves already.
Mhm. For Cabana, I think his hardest, I guess, Zekrom can beat Melmetal, but it's harder in the two shield. But I think for me, I think he has to bring Machamp, even though it's kind of really weak to 4 out of 6 of the options on heater side. Yeah,
Yeah, I also really like the Melodic. With Dragon Tail, it only really loses the Melmetal and the Sylveon, and with Waterfall, it loses the Suicune, which is not really great against Cabana, as he has the Raikou, the Zarude, and the Zekrom, which all
yeah.
essentially hard counter that. Because
I
even an
think
Ice Beam doesn't really do anything against Zekrom and Zarude, they're just too bulky for it to do anything.
I think
So
Suicune will
Melodic is
probably,
really interesting
yeah,
here.
Suicune will probably be left on the bench this match for sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, we're going to game number 1. See what this is Cabana's point of view. We have Zarude into Dragonite. Now, this is a pretty bad matchup for Zarude, I think, but you
Yeah,
can do at
Grass
least
type.
neutral with the Dark.
Yeah, Grass type versus Dragon Flying, never great. Divine Whip's double resisted. We do see the Raikou safe swap trying to bait out a counter swap to get that Togekiss paired up against the Dragonite. However, Heater knows that this matchup isn't as bad as Cabana hopes it to be. He can easily just outpace to the Dragon Claws and win CMP, and he can probably even tank the Wild Charge because Dragonite is a very bulky boy.
We'll see this wild charge come in. Let's see if it gets shielded. Yep, it
No, he
gets
does shield.
shielded, and Raikou gonna get farmed down completely.
Yeah, due to the debuff, Dragonite is able to farm it down before it can reach another charge move. However, the Togekiss will come in now, and he will get farmed down by that if he doesn't swap out immediately. Yeah, he swaps into his own Sylvia, and this game is essentially over because there's only the Zarude left,
Yeah.
which he couldn't even swap into the Sylveon either because he kind of has to preserve it for the third Pokemon.
So what do you think is in the back for Heater then?
I I could see a Mewtwo being in the backs, seeing as how neutral it is against most of the Pokemon, and with Sylveon and Dragonite, he has two really solid answers against that Zarude, which is the only hard counter.
I'm gonna guess it's a no metal, but we'll see.
I could also imagine it being
Mm,
Melmetal.
It is no metal,
Oh, it is Melmetal.
but Melmetal should be able to take this game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dragonite is also still alive.
yeah, Dragonite also has a very decent amount of health. So here we go. Melmetal throwing a charge move. Gets shielded. The superpower.
Will
Probably
probably
the
dip.
instant
Yeah,
swap.
caught
Yeah.
the Dark Pulse. Pretty safely can tank it. So Zarude is forced to throw another charge move, and he can't even throw a cheaper charge move. Oh, he could actually farm down potentially.
Ooh.
Let's see. Will we see the big farm down here?
The big farm down. I think the big farm down will come in, but I don't know if it's gonna get. It might be pretty
Will
close.
it get to another Dragon Claw?
Oh,
Oh, it does get to another Dragon Claw. Has to shield this probably, but also
that's a big
can't
yikes.
because the superpower would absolutely
You definitely
obliterate
can.
the Zarude. Yeah, let's see if Zaru. He can. The problem is, Heater can go for a Rock Slide, then go for a
Yeah.
Superpower, because the Superpower is still cheaper from that first one he threw. So he just needs 9 fast moves from 0 energy, essentially. Yeah, Dark Pulse doesn't even 2-hit. Or at least barely doesn't 2-hit.
Here
We
comes
see
a
the shield
move.
obviously come up,
Yeah, from Melmetal.
and we see the
Is there a
catch.
win
The big
con here?
catch. If he catches,
No. There
unfortunately
there
not.
was a win con possibly if he caught
Yeah,
on
it
Togekiss.
was really hard here, as I'm pretty sure Heater over. If I recall correctly, Heater overfarmed a bit because he just could. He didn't really need to throw immediately, so we did see that first match go to Heater.
Yeah.
And what do you think we will see in game two? Do you think they will change the lineups?
Hmm. I feel like he. I feel, I feel like I feel like Heater's still gonna bring Sylveon for sure. I think you for sure also bring probably Dragonite, but the third could be up in the air. I feel like Heater's lineup is really strong already, and he has that advantage in this match.
Yeah, he has that really good core of a fairy and a dragon, and
Yeah,
there is no steel type to break that core on Cabana's team,
I
so he
agree.
can just run wild with those two.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see game two. We do see Cabana against Heater. Once again, Cabana's POV. We do see the Zekrom lead into
Oh,
Sylveon.
Sylveon.
Oof,
This
that's
is
rough.
terrible.
If it was Togekiss, he could at least get a shield with the Wild Charge,
Yeah,
but Sylveon can
exactly.
even tank it, I'm pretty sure. He
Oh,
safe
he
swaps
brings
into
in
the Waterfall Melodic, shows
Waterfall
the
Melodic.
Waterfall.
No Dragonite yet. I guess Heater was
We
waiting
do
to
see
see
the
what
Dragon.
fast move it was first before
Yeah,
he
I
just
think
blindly
I
swapped
think he
into
got some extra energy because
Dragonite.
he just could.
Yeah.
Let's see, will he succeed with the bait? Will he get a shield and force the Dragonite to throw a charge move before he can reach the Blizzard again?
So he gets
Yes,
the
we do
bait.
see the shield come up.
Will he get to the Blizzard though? Okay.
Yeah, heater
Throwing
counting
Heater throwing
and
right
throwing
before
with the
the
perfect
Blizzard
timing.
possibility.
Yeah, let's. The problem is he kind of has to come in with Zekrom here because he can't waste his Togekiss.
Exactly.
And due to the fact that he lost Switch, his Zekrom would just get paired against the Sylveon again. Oh my god, he does come into
Does
Togekiss.
come into Togekiss.
I assume he hopes he can just beat the last Pokemon, but honestly, Heater doesn't have a Pokemon weak enough to it. Shields the Hurricane correctly. Very good shield here. But once again, this is just an uphill battle because there is nothing that he can really farm down. Yeah, it is the Melmetal in
It's a
the back.
Melmetal, and here
Heater
comes
never changed the running system, ran the same line of free, only changed up the
yeah,
lead. And yeah, that core is just too strong still.
definitely
I
agree. I,
feel like
I think Cabana really needs to bring the Machamp and try to RPS back into the Melmetal. Like
yeah,
Machamp's
Cabana
not that
really needs to
terrible this
RPS.
year.
That is true. He needs to win the lead and then just somehow get everything aligned. He needs to align the stars correctly in order to win these matches. These last two.
Game is essentially over. There's no way
Yeah,
this Togekiss
Melmetal.
can beat this Melmetal.
He can't even get the boost because he's not
Yeah,
running the ancient
he's
power against Peter.
running Energy Power. That's so funny.
I suppose I can see play for Aerial Ace because of the Landers especially, which takes neutral by both, but Aerial Ace is just so much better because it has the
Yeah.
stab.
Personally,
Well,
I'd probably go
none of
for
the two moves do a lot of damage, but yeah.
The game's essentially over.
Yeah. I would probably also go for Ancient Power. Because while Aerial Ace is a bit better in neutral damage, it's only ever so slightly.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
not having that chance of getting the boost is just so costly sometimes.
I agree. I agree.
Do you
So
think
will we
Heater will
see?
change up the lineup?
Heater will
I
definitely
don't think
probably
so.
not change up the lineup. I
Yeah,
think
I
Cabana's
feel like
gonna
he will
bring
change
Machamp.
the lead, but he will definitely stay
Mm,
with these three, I think.
yeah, I think Cabana. Like I don't think Machamp is that terrible. Machamp can beat Melmetal. You can rock slide the Dragonite, rock slide the Landorus Incarnate.
Perhaps
Yeah,
Shadow Machamp?
Shadow. Oh, okay.
He can run the
Yeah,
Shadow Machamp, and I could see a merit in that, because with Rock Slide, he can essentially counter down the Dragonite if he manages to land one.
yeah. And then I still think he's gonna bring Suicune. I don't think he's gonna bring Mewtwo armored at all. So I think Machamp
Yeah,
should
he
be the play
really just
here.
doesn't need to.
I think Machamp should be the play here, but the other two, maybe Machamp, Togekiss, and either Zekrom or Zarude, in my opinion.
Yep. Actually, with Cabana not bringing the Zarut just now, we might see Heater bring the Armored Mewtwo as a lead,
Oh
and
yeah,
then have Sylveon and Dragonite in the back as an ABB line against that Zarude. Because against Sylveon, Cabana just doesn't really have a solid answer against it.
mm. Oh, we're gonna go into game
Let's
number
see the
three.
third.
Yeah. Let's see, Togekiss into Dragonite. Okay, finally a lead. Finally, lead one for Cabana, and he goes into his own Sylveon. His
Kinda
water,
can stay.
he
He
has
can stay,
waterfall
but
on it.
he kinda also has to save the Togekiss for the opposing Dragonite.
Yeah, I think it's because when you swap, he's gonna get his move first, and I don't know
Yeah,
what he's
that
gonna
is
do
true.
here. I
Oh, not
oh,
getting the shield,
okay.
but landing the move. This is probably just a side. This has to be
Yeah,
just a side
this is
shot.
nice shot. But I don't know if this was the play because now
I think
essentially
so.
he's gonna
Actually,
sack his melodic.
he is a bit delayed, but he will get a shield from the Dragonite probably, because otherwise the Dragonite would just be forced to throw very early. And melodic is super tanky, as
I
we can
think
see. Even the Dragon Breaths don't really do that much, and the only problem I can see is the Togekiss. While the Togekiss is paired up against the Dragonite now, he's delayed in his switch timer.
okay, he actually got a shield. Probably didn't know the counts as well as he should have.
Maybe just miscounted.
Yeah, maybe just miscounting. We'll see a second surf come in, and obviously no shield.
That
Dragonite's gonna
didn't
have
do
way
anything.
more than a hurricane right here, so Cabana's gonna have to be forced to shield on his Togekiss. Not
Yeah,
waiting at the
also,
timer, but the timer's already done.
yeah, if we see the Melmetal in the back, this is a rough spot for Cabana. He
Yeah.
does have that Zekrom instead
And
of the
no
Machamp,
shields
which
is
we predicted.
hurricane.
He no shield. Okay, this is
Oh,
essentially over. The Dragon Breaths will just do way too much. And they reach another Dragon Claw. That big farm down on the Melodic, just way too much.
Cabana really gambling that Dragonite was gonna Dragon Claw bait
Yeah, it
and
is the
then
Melmetal.
throw the hurricane, but it didn't
Yeah,
pay off.
Heater is just going with the same line. Rough.
Yeah, I don't see a reason for Heater to ever change for those three. But still, Cabana not bringing them a champ. I really feel he
Yeah,
needs to.
we expected to see the Machamp. We didn't get to,
Well, I
which
expect it.
costs him now. He could have won that game had he brought the Machamp.
Because
Yeah, this
Machamp is essentially
is rough.
his only answer out. Well, actually, I don't know about Melodic. Does Melodic Waterfall beat Melmetal?
I'm actually unsure, but it is definitely a close battle. Actually, they no shielded the Wild Charge, but I think the Dragonite is still too healthy in the back there, and he won't be able to reach two Charge moves from farming down this Melmetal.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you needed a little bit more health on the Melmetal in order to get two charge moves off on this Dragonite.
the problem with the
There's no
Melmetal
way.
having more HP is that he would risk it getting to another Charge move.
Yeah,
So even then, it would still be a very close call. Okay,
Cabana
yeah.
takes game. Or sorry,
At this point, I don't think Heater will change his lineup at all. Like he
yeah,
doesn't even believe in
Peter.
his other three
You're
Pokemon.
3 in a row so far. Um, can you want to explain more about how the points work in the champions division
Okay,
draft?
so like I said, we have the best of four against
Mm,
every opponent. We have the round robin style, so
yeah.
everybody plays everybody. Like I said, you are allowed to change movesets, shadow status, whatever.
Mm,
And in the end, the person with the most matchup wins.
yeah.
And so you get points for your matchups. You get,
Yeah.
like, if I recall correctly, 2 if you win, 3-1 or 4-0, and you get 1 if you go 2-2.
What
So
if
each
it's
player gets 1. If you
and
lose, you
how
get 0. So there's always 2 points going between a matchup.
so how many
And hmm,
so how many people make the playoffs? Is this the play how many people make the playoffs for the championship division
if I
draft?
recall correctly, the best 2 players advance, and
Okay.
the worst 2 go down to
Okay.
the lower rank.
Right.
So similar to factions, only that if I think there is no playoff between the third and the third loss, but it might be wrong about that.
Mm. All right. Show me the
Let's see the
champ,
final.
Cabana.
Will
I just
Cabana
want to
be
see it
able
one
to get a
time.
game?
Let's see. Togekiss into another
Oh,
Dragonite, another same lead
please,
as game three.
Machamp.
Is it going to be a Machamp though? That is the question. And no,
Nope.
he refuses to bring them a champ. He has no answer to Sylveon again,
I
and
mean,
he's
he kind of can't bring us the answer to Sylveon as he doesn't have
because he
one.
doesn't have Togekiss is his only answer to Sylveon.
Yeah,
Right?
Togekiss is his best call, but also the Melodic and Raikou are kind of neutral.
Yeah.
Uh, which he did bring now, but the Raikou, I don't know. It is a bit better against the Melmetal, but at this point,
Is he gonna no shield this?
Yeah, I feel like he has to farm down with Raikou, potentially. No, he just...
Okay.
Oof.
He knows he's gonna be a Melmetal. So he's gonna go Zekrom into Dragonite.
He
And
might
then
just get
Raikou
Dragon
into
Breath down at
Melmetal?
this point. Oh, and
Okay.
he does come in the Melmetal.
Why not go Raikou into Melmetal? Is it worse against
I don't think so, actually.
is Raikou worse against Melmetal than Zekrom? How does he want to line it up here?
I'm curious as
He-
well. Okay, trying the
he-
Wild Charge Big Nuke. Will he be able to land it, or will Heater shield it? If he shields it, this game is essentially over, I think.
like
Yeah,
finish
he shields it.
going for
Yeah,
the
so
crunch might have been the better play. Get
the
the
Dragonite can just live a Wild Charge from Raikou. Not with too many Volt Switches worth of damage, though, but he can reach a Dragon Claw and just throw on fake CMP, so one turn later.
yeah. Raikou going
Since
for the
with the
wild
debuff,
charge
it
here.
definitely KOs.
Did he get shielded? And definitely gets shielded. And he wins CMP? Did he win CMP?
Actually, I'm sure. I was fairly confident that
Didn't know.
Dragonite won CMP. Oh,
Well,
Dragonite actually.
really not.
Oh, he has 2 shields still. Yeah, Cabana getting that one game.
Game is essentially over. 2
Yeah,
shield Zekrom making another wild charge coming into
against the
Melmetal.
charge move only Pokemon as well.
Yeah. And it looks like
Yeah,
Heater
Heater
is not
still knows
tapping.
it's over.
Yep, Heater concedes.
Lets it
But
go.
I wanted to ask you, like, does this game still matter even though Heater went 3-1?
Might matter if he's tied for points with somebody. Then
Yeah.
the single games are important.
The
So
same
just
game?
like in Self, single games are a secondary primary tiebreaker. Then there's Buchholz, but I'm fairly confident we don't have that in PoGoRaids.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We do see Oscar Eichenraum against Blazingly Blaze, and yeah,
Yeah. I'm very
I
impressed by
I
the way
do like
you
that
can
Palkia.
pronounce that. Okay.
I do like that Palkia. It's essentially a perfect safe swap. Like the only quote unquote answers are Haxorus and Giratina, both of which don't really like taking too many Dragon Tails or Dragon Breaths.
Hmm. I think
And Groudon. Groudon is
Also
also really good, yeah.
a really good safe swap here. I think it loses to Meloetta, apparently.
I'm actually unsure. All of those matchups are really
Yeah,
neutral for Groudon, except for
they're really
Scizor
page
and
dependent.
Heatran, which you absolutely hard counter.
Yeah.
What I expect to potentially see with the Groudon is Dragon Tail, so he could run the double Dragon Tail lineup with Groudon and Palkia, which would pressure Blaze a lot because Palkia doesn't really need the fast move pressure against Heatran, and they neither of them need the fast move pressure against Scizor. Because
Yeah.
Scizor is so squishy, the Arc Tail will do so much, and the Fire Punch will just one-hit KO it.
Mhm. I think on Oscar's side, I think Metagross is okay, but it kind of loses to Giratina. It loses to Heatran. It loses to Haxorus. I don't know. It probably beats Meloetta. And then Tyranitar,
It
pretty good.
definitely beats Meloetta. Meloetta
Yeah.
only has normal,
Oh,
psychic,
yeah.
and I think Focus Blast.
Yeah. And
So it's essentially a
Tyranitar,
hard counter to Meloetta.
I expect to see bites on Oscar's Tyranitar to hard counter the Giratina. I think you don't as hard counter, but you beat Meloetta. You lose pretty hard to Zamazenta. Am I saying that right? Zamazenta. I've never had to say that name before
Zamazenta?
until today. I
Yeah,
always have to say
you did
Zacian.
pretty well.
And then Zapdos, I'm not sure. Zapdos, it has pretty some neutral matchups, but you don't win you win some, but the important ones that you need to beat, Giratina and Meloetta, you don't win. Right? And Escav, I don't think Escav is ever going to come into play
Yeah,
here.
Ascaf doesn't really have play, especially with the Giratina. Other than Giratina, there's only neutral or horrible matchups like Heatran, which just annihilates you despite you also throwing super effective counters. The double effective fire spins are just way too much.
And opposite side on Blazingly Blaze side, Scizor, I don't expect to see Scizor at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Bug steel types are really not having a good matchup in this matchup.
Scissor has one merit and one merit only, and that is being a hard counter to T-Tar due to
Season.
Bullet Punch X Scissor combo potentially.
Mm-hmm.
And with T-Tar being this safe, he will either bring Scissor to counter it or Hexorus with the counter.
I was gonna think that he's gonna bring Zazamenta a lot.
Zazamenta.
Zamazenta. Oh my god.
Okay, let's get to the first
I should check.
match.
Okay, let's get yeah. All right.
We see Blazingly Blazed POV. I expect him to run Giratina, definitely. We do see the Zamazenta against the Metagross lead. Shiny Metagross as well.
See what moves he has. I think Crunch in close combat. Yeah. With
It also
Snarl.
learns Moonblast, but he didn't. He elected to bring Close Combat and Crunch, which is correct in my opinion, as he needs the Close Combat for a good stab neutral move, and b the T-Tar, the Groudon, the Palkia with that neutral damage. Yeah, we just saw that neutral. That wasn't even the Close Combat. He does safe swap into the Giratina and catching the move here. Probably just soak all this energy.
See, oh, it's a Dragon Breath. It's a Dragon Breath Giratina. And we see,
And
I
it
think that
is
was a
Dragon
Dragon
Tail
Tail.
Groudon.
That was a Dragon Tail Groudon. In order to
Yeah,
counter
weird.
the
These
Giratina.
PoGoRaids like the high damaging dragon type moves.
Yeah.
They are super OP in Master League, so most teams do tend to have two options that can run either Dragon Breath or Dragon Tail.
Ooh, Blazingly Blaze kind of throwing really late on that Dragon Claw. Almost getting taken out by that Dragon Tail there.
Yeah, perfect timing essentially, because now he will get Oh, he actually survives it
He
still.
actually survived, yeah.
Didn't expect that. We do
And
see the Malouetta in the back.
Groudon farmed a lot of energy right here. Probably has enough for the Earthquake. Let's
The
see. And he
Malouetta is
gets the
so
confusion
happy
through.
to see the Metagross almost dead.
Yeah.
With the Metagross having tanked the close combat and
Big
no shield.
Earthquake coming in on the Malouetta.
I suppose he expected a bait.
Maybe it's Palkia in the back or Tyranitar. I think Palkia makes more sense.
I
Seeing
think
that
so
it's so
too.
good.
Probably the double Dragon Tail, like I said.
Oh
Yeah, we
yeah.
do see the
Yeah,
double Dragon Tail backline.
see, if only this was Zacian, then
If only this
then
was safe.
Blazingly Blaze would have a chance. Like, no Zacian.
Funnily enough, it's not even that great because usually if you don't run Play Rough, you just can't one hit the Palkia, and it gets to Aqua Tails really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do see the Crunch trying to get a debuff at least. Didn't get it. Throws another Crunch. Yep.
Yeah. Second crunch coming in. The game is essentially over. Palkia is too strong, too much health. Zazamenta is not no Zacian.
Zazamenta.
I
Yeah.
can't. Oh my god, I can't say the name. Can I call it
Zamazenta.
Zamazenta?
Okay, we do see
I'm
the
probably
side
getting
shock, but
roasted in the
obviously
Twitch
there is
chat.
a shield on Asuka's side still. Yeah, Asuka throwing a charge move to finish off that battle. Yeah, double Dragon Tail. Way too strong often enough. Especially with Blaze's only steel type being Scissor, which can't really tank charge moves. And Heatran, obviously, which also doesn't want to take charge moves. Okay. What do you think we will see in game 2? I still think Blaze will rely on that Giratina safe swap, as it doesn't really lose anything that hard. Even Tyranitar is super playable with the Dragon Breath.
Yeah. I feel like on Oscar's side, double Dragon Tail is coming back. Double Dragon Tail coming back. I feel like either Tyranitar or Metagross in the lead, and then double Dragon Tail in the back. For Blazing Blaze, I think he still has to bring the Giratina. Meloetta, I feel like those three are probably his best bet. Giratina, Meloetta, and Zamazenta. Zamazenta, yes.
Let's see the second game. Will Blaze be able to turn it around with the amazing safe swap of Giratina? We do see the Meloetta in the lead against the Tyranitar. Oof!
Shadow
Immediately
Tyranitar, too.
super rough lead. However, we do see that we actually couldn't tell the second charge move. He swapped out way too
Yeah.
quick.
And here comes his first Dragon Tailor.
Yeah, he needs to flip switch advantage here to get that Zamazenta paired up with the Tyranitar.
Let's see if like 3 Dragon Tails. I don't think 3 Dragon Tails is even enough. Maybe
Three
with
Dragon
Dragon
Claws
Breath
should
damage.
be enough with the Dragon Breath
Sorry, Dragon
damage.
Claws, right.
He probably has to shield this one already, because otherwise he can just shield. Oh, no shield. I feel like he can just Dragon Breath down at this point.
See if he shields this charge move.
Calling
Correctly
the
shields
big
with the
earthquake. Yeah, we do see the Dragon Claw, Dragon Breath slash Dragon Tail down, and Oscar is able to get to another Fire Punch, which will get rid of the Giratina, I reckon.
goes for the no shield. It's 1 HP,
Oh,
and
it's too
he
tanky, man.
survives. He wins switch advantage.
Goes down a
Oh,
shield, but gets the
wow.
switch advantage. Absolutely crucial in this match with the Zamazenta having to be paired against the Tyranitar. Unable to get off the Dragon Claw,
Yeah.
unfortunately, due to how one-turn fast moves work. Since Oscar snuck in, the damage registered before he could throw his charge move. And we do see the Palkia.
And here comes a close combat. Let's see if he gets shielded. I think this is the
Yeah.
correct play
Yeah,
to
CC and Pip is definitely the right
loosen
play
the
here.
Palkia and switch back into the Meloetta.
We see Thunderbolt as the secondary charge move, actually. That's interesting. The
Aquatail
Aqua Tail
coming.
will do so
Yeah.
much here.
Aquatail's coming through. I don't know how much this is gonna do.
For a
About
35
29.
energy move,
Yeah.
that was quite a good chunk, especially because now he will have to shield or go
Second one
down to
coming
it.
through. Second one coming through, he's decided no shield. He didn't even get his move off.
Yeah, interesting.
Guess he's
Oh,
gonna
he
undertap
survives it
his move here.
barely. Throwing the Thunderbolt instead of the Shock for some extra damage, which will put it in potential farm down range with the Snarls.
I think
Yeah, that is
if
definitely farm down range.
Zamazenta can farm down with Snarl before he gets to Aquatail, it should be game.
He has a shield still, and the T-Tart doesn't have any energy generation, if we're honest. Bite just doesn't give you any energy. I'm pretty sure he will be able to outpace to this 2 close combats now. We do see the swap. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a move yet.
Yeah, but I'm curious to see Oscar's POV to see how close he was to the charge move.
I assume he was at like 2/3, maybe 3/4.
Yeah. Oh, and that
Oh,
one
the
huge Dragon Tail is coming
minus
through
4
on the
defense.
double debuffed
That's
on
very
the
close,
double
yeah.
debuffed Zamazenta. That's
Quadruple
crazy.
debuff. Close combat
Oh
does
yeah,
-2 defense immediately.
yeah.
The
Minus
throwing
4.
2
Oh,
makes him go -4 immediately.
that could have been a tie if he wasn't careful.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So
Oh,
we did see that double Dragon Tail again. However, this time Blaze was able to overcome the odds with the Meloetta into T-Tar lead by winning over switch advantage with that OP. Once again, OP Giratina safe swap. It's just way too strong.
I feel like Oscar maybe should have shielded at one point for
Yeah,
the 1-1.
like I said, during the battle, he probably has to shield this Dragon Claw at this point.
Yeah.
And I was right in the end.
Yeah.
Giratina just way too bulky, tanking that Fire Punch in the end there, able to get over switch advantage. Losing the Dragon Claw, but didn't matter in the end because close combat
Yeah.
just kills like 1.5 Shadow T-Tars, maybe even 2 of them.
Exactly. Heading
Let's
into
see who
game number 3.
will get the match point.
It is match point.
Oh,
Zazaman,
T-Tar versus
Zamazenta.
Zamazenta.
Into Groudon. He's probably gonna throw his close comment and dip here. That's what
Yeah,
I imagine.
like I said
Wait,
before the battle, Scissor. He
is
did
it a
bring the
Caesar?
Scissor as his counter to the
Is
Tyranitar.
that a Caesar? Oh my god.
It is the Scissor, yes.
There's no way. He doesn't bring in the Scizor. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought he brought in Tyranitar. Okay. Giratina coming in, throwing off the Dragon Claw. Probably gonna get
Not
no
letting
shielded here.
not letting the Groudon throw a charge move in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
got the sneak
one
in.
turn move down.
Yeah, that's Scissor or the Zamazenta, obviously, because both can be paired against this T-Tar at this point. However, I do believe that the Giratina will be able to get to another Dragon Claw after this one, because it's just way too thick.
Exactly. And in the end, I think we're gonna see another the Palkia again in the back.
Yeah.
So what do you think is better, the Caesar against the Palkia?
I
Probably,
guess with Scissor he can soften it up for the Zamazenta, or
yeah.
he might go into Zamazenta first, close combat and dip.
Oh, maybe he doesn't have
Oh
to.
my
He doesn't have to
god.
pick, just both into his Palkia.
Yeah. Oscar knowing that that Tyranitar is useless at this
Yeah,
point because either it gets paired with the Zamazenta or the not yet seen
yeah.
Scissor. And we do see the Zamazenta come in first. However, he tries to crunch to get the shield bait and
I agree.
potentially a debuff.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with this
getting the
play.
shield.
He's gonna shield no matter what.
Oh, we
And here
don't see
comes
Bullet
the
Punch.
oh, it's Fury Cutter.
It's Fury Cutter, Night Slash, and Iron Head. So I guess Iron Head for the T-Tar, Night Slash for the Metagross, and then just neutral damage all over the place.
And you
Oh, we
receive
do see some
play
lag. Mutual speed up lag though. We gotta
and
sneak in due to
Palkia.
the speed
Yeah,
up lag, unable to time his charge move properly.
the Palkia gets Dragon Tail through.
Yeah, but
And
I
two
think,
Night
yeah, he still has
Slashes.
two shields left.
Yeah, two Night Slashes coming through. Palkia's looking very low.
Yeah, he can just snarl that down at this point.
Blazingly Blaze looking on fire today in game 3.
Zamazenta putting in work, and even the scissor was actually much better than it could have been. Oscar trying to pull through with that double Dragon Tail strat once again, but Blazing Blaze just saw right through him, bringing the counters to exactly that strat.
And we're gonna see no 2 shield flex, 1 shield flex, and the snarl
Zero
down
shield flex.
on the Palkia.
Can't really.
Oh,
Oh,
wait a second. Wait a
this will
second.
kill. This will kill. Palkia is just too
Wait.
spammy.
Wait.
Oh
No
my
way.
god.
I
Actually,
definitely thought that was Blazingly Blaze game.
you
What
know
happened?
what the sad part is? The
What?
sneak in actually cost him the game because he could have. The Fury Cutter damage would have put down that Palkia in the end.
I feel like
So
if you
with the
lag like
speed up
that,
lag, unable to time his moves properly, getting
exactly.
snuck in against, that's rough.
I feel like if you lag like that, you should always let your opponent throw first, or you gotta wait like a few seconds after the lag, unless if it's not important, right?
Yeah,
But it
it
was
was
kind of
pretty
important
close
there,
with the HP, unfortunately.
exactly. So he had to throw,
Yeah, he was kind
or
of
else he had
forced
to
to.
shield the Aqua Tail. Unfortunate scenes. Oh, so it's currently 2-1 for Oscar.
Yeah, 1 HP in a dream. Let's go to the last game and see whether Blaze can get that 2-2 tie. Elevator music. Okay, we do see the Giratina
Giratina
in the lead
and
this time
Metagross.
around against the Metagross. Nudge running Shadow Claw. This matchup isn't as good as it could be, but it's still fairly decent. And once again, we do see him bringing the Scissor in the back.
So I was definitely wrong. I really underestimated the Scizor on Blazing Blaze side. He's gonna bring it two out of the 4 games.
Yeah, he really wants to pair it up with the big T-Tar, with the big Godzilla monster that can just bite through his team, except for the Zamazenta and the Scissor. I'm much more surprised about him not bringing the Haxorus in the lead at least once, because, in my opinion, bringing double Dragon Tail in the backline is fairly obvious, and we saw it 3 times already, and probably we will see it a 4th time now. So Haxorus in the lead could have been very strong, beating that Tyranitar and Metagross core that he was leading all the time.
Definitely agree. I mean that Haxorus, yeah. Here comes Dragon Tail Groudon, farming down this Giratina.
Unable to reach another charge moves, unfortunately, and he will have to come in with Zamazenta because Scissor doesn't like fire punches. Yeah, we see a big farm from both sides. This might be an earthquake, so it will probably draw a shield from Blaze.
See if this
Yeah,
gets
we do
shield.
see the
Yeah.
shield come up.
And
Ooh,
he
big
gets
bait.
baited with the Fire Punch.
Let's see. Will he get the bait as well with the crunch debuff?
Let's see.
Nope.
Nope. No shield from the ground on.
He also needs another
Oscar.
charge move to KO that Groudon. Regardless of crunch or close combat, he will need another move. Doesn't get the shield still. Oscar just absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think Oscar's his best. I think his best play was to two shield Palkia for the win, just like last game.
yeah,
And we'll see if this works out for
Palkia
him.
will pull through, I reckon. However, Blaze will be able to spam out those Night Slashes, especially with that free Fury Cutter advantage. One Night Slash only takes 9 Fury Cutters, so he... Oh, he got the boost! He got the boost!
You got the boost. No
He got the
shield.
boost!
Oh, that Aqua Tail
Oscar
did too
correctly
much damage.
no-shielding the first one though, so that boost will not come in as handy as it could have been. Oscar predicting that he can boost, so no-shielding the first one, as always, the better strat. Because if they get a boost, they will hurt much more than they did before. So let's
There might
see.
still be a chance.
Will Zamazenta be able to get a close
Yeah.
combat here? He does.
think-
Oh, he got another boost. Yeah, I think Zamazenta's.
I think Zamazenta
Yeah,
should be able to
yeah,
take this
he
game.
wins this because he has the shield left. So we end 2-2 in this matchup. So that's a perfect example for why it's best of 4 format. Like those matches were all super close, especially
Exactly.
with that 1 HP in a dream matchup earlier. So we have that tie in this matchup and both get a point.
And especially last matchup, I was for sure on Blazingly Blaze side until right at the end, two Aqua Tails come through. I'm like, oh wait, what happened? I thought Blazingly Blaze.
That was just way too close for comfort,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah, we do see 7-8-9 against Dutch Goku, two absolute legends, just like the other battlers, of course. But Dutch Goku, one of the first people who were casted by King from the PoGoRaids server, if I recall correctly, alongside Darkest David. And yeah, we do see some very strong teams here. I love that Heracross pick in round 6 by 7-8-9.
I think that Mewtwo on 7-7-8-9-9's team.
Yeah,
Doesn't it
Mewtwo round 1 is
obliterate?
always super strong.
Yeah, doesn't it obliterate almost everything?
Yeah, if he runs Shadow Ball, he can KO the Mew and the Gardevoir.
Yeah,
However, the Hydreigon will absolutely hard counter him. But if he runs Focus Blast, he can just one-hit the Hydreigon, one-hit the Avalok, one-hit the Dialga, potentially. Or maybe he might go spicy and run Ice Beam for the Lando, the Hydreigon, and neutral against both Mew and Gardevoir.
and the Dialga as well. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
true.
He has
But
a lot of
you usually just double Side Strike that, because Side Strike is absolutely busted and not a fair move at all.
Ho is looking pretty good too, I think.
Mhm.
Ho
Yeah, Ho is really safe here. The only thing it has to be really afraid of is Thunder from Dialga and Stone Edges from the Lando T. Or
that has Dialga. Yeah, you can
maybe
shield
Stone Edge
through
or
Ho.
Rock Slide from Mew, actually. 'Cause Mew learns both of those.
Oh yeah,
And we don't know what Mew set he will gonna run.
Dutch Goku must have a million charge TMs
Yeah,
if he's
Mew
gonna
is
pick Mew in this Champions Division draw.
yeah, we usually call Mew the TM sink, because you can
Yeah,
absolutely abuse it if you have the TMs needed.
yeah,
But it will cost you hundreds of them if you want to use a different moveset against every opponent.
exactly. Mm,
Let's see the games. We do see a big Ho-Oh in the lead
big
against the
Ho from
Landorus. He is able to tank a Stone Edge,
7-7-8-9.
I think, but I'm actually unsure. It might also one-hit KO, since Stone Edge is a very strong move, and Lando almost has the attack stat of a Mewtwo. Swaps out after 2 incinerates, so the Lando is at 5. Now it's 7 or at 8. I think at 8. So this might be a Stone Edge.
Probably. Oh, as
Oh!
Earthquake. Wait,
Oh my
Stone
god!
Edge.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Wait,
He
I'm
isn't
so
running Ice
confused.
Strike.
Okay,
He's running
and
Shadow
Mewtwo
Ball Ice Beam.
Ice Strike has Ice Beam Shadow Ball. I'm so lost right now.
This is an
All
absolute
the
matchup.
analysis all going out the window.
This is a moveset mess. This matchup.
Okay.
We do see the Regice in the back, and let's see. We do already know it's Shadow Claw Mew, but will it also run Stone Edge?
Rock Slide.
Oh
Oh
my god, it
my
is the
god,
Stone Edge.
Goku literally abusing his opponent this game. This is insane.
This is one of the most fun games
Earthquake.
I've ever seen,
Oh,
probably. Moveset wise, this is just legendary to watch. The
okay.
Stone Edge also is super effective against the Regis, so I absolutely do see the merit in running that. It's neutral against everything except for Rhyperior and Ho and Regis, which are hit super effective, while Rhyperior resists it.
77899 really eating up these charge moves here.
Yeah, Dutch Goku,
Jeez.
knowing that he will be able to beat the Regis with his other two Pokemon as well, he will not show his second charge move, no matter what it is, no matter how much easier it's gonna make this matchup. He just won't show it because, as always, you don't want to show your moveset. It can be anything, and your opponent will never expect it. I think he's probably running the Dragon Claw here because it's just neutral against everything once again, but a much cheaper move, a good baiting move, and also super effective against that Gudra. Or maybe Surf for the Rhyperior.
This game is essentially over. We're just seeing
Yeah,
Regis throwing moves. Okay, I guess he
yeah, Dialga.
showed his third Pokemon here.
Dialga can even can have
Yeah,
even no shield and Earthquake, so
yeah,
789 not wasting any time, knows the matchup is over, and just lets himself get Dragon Breath down.
exactly. So we
Now
saw,
that now that we know it's Earthquake Lando and Stone Edge Mew, what do we think we will see from 789? Also, we know that it's Shadow Ball Ice Beam Mewtwo with no Psy Strike,
so,
so went
mm,
spicy.
yeah. So do you think what do you think the other move on Lander's T is?
Yeah, I just watched
Earthquake
Task as
and
well. I assume it's superpower
I think
because
it's gonna be
uh,
super.
actually Stone Edge makes more sense, I think, due to Heracross, but I don't know how good Heracross is against a team that has both Gardevoir and Mew and Lando,
Yeah.
which you can all only hit for neutral, or well, you can hit Mew for super effective with the Mega Horn, but that's it.
Mm. I
And
think
yeah,
yeah.
I think especially the Mew set is very interesting still.
Okay.
Let's see. Will we find out the Mew set in the second game? We see the Gudra lead
Bruh.
against the Mew. Okay, let me see that Dragon Claw.
It's, let's see. Okay, he
Oh,
swapped
Draco
out
Meteor Power
Dialga.
Whip! He's running double nuke on
Wait,
his Gudra.
again? Double nuke on another Pokemon? Okay, he doesn't even reach to the Draco Meteor and he's throwing the power. If it was me, if
Yeah.
I'm counting, I would not shield. And
Oh,
okay, he's
miscounted.
miscounting.
It is hard to count one turn moves when you also run a one turn move. To be
Yeah.
fair.
Okay, and he's gonna catch a
Oh,
thunder
it is the Thunder.
on his so Dutch Goku really not
I don't think
loving
he
the
can reach
whole
an Earthquake. Yeah, he's forced to throw the Brave Bird. However, I'm fairly confident that the Brave Bird will actually KO if gone unshielded. Or very close to
yeah.
KOing. Yeah, Brave Bird's such a good move. Even resisted, it still does enough. We do see the Charm Shadow
Shadow
Gardevoir.
yeah, Shadow Charm.
Can the Mewtwo reach 2 Shadow Balls? I'm pretty sure it can, but it won't go out healthy out of this matchup. Oof.
This is
He
gonna be
needs
rough.
13 fast moves to get to 2 Shadow Balls.
And he
13.
tries to catch.
And there's also the Mew. Yeah, he can just no shield, doesn't absolutely charm down.
Yeah,
No
I
problems,
agree.
anything.
Let's
Especially
see.
with the Gudra not packing the Muddy Water. Oh, Mew also tanks this.
We should see the switch.
Yeah, Dutch
And
Goku electing to still not show that second church move because he
yeah.
just doesn't need to. That charm. Oh, will he reach the power whip? Nope. Shadow Gardevoir just absolutely OP.
And 7789 really just gonna go down to the one shield charm.
Charm
Gardevoir didn't
do be kind
even
of
need the
OP,
shield.
and as
He
a
didn't even
shadow,
need
it's even worse.
yeah. Mew was the shield there. He didn't need to use his own shield. His real
Yeah,
shield.
he knew that the Gardevoir could just sweep as soon as he wasted the energy on the Mewtwo.
Yeah, exactly.
Now let's see. Will we now find out the Mew set? Come on, please,
I
maybe.
know. He swapped out against Gudra for a reason. I don't
That
think
is
it's gonna be
true.
Dragon Claw.
That is true, but I could
But
imagine it just be trying to bait out something else
yeah, I
to
think it's
then
also because
charm
he had
down.
two harder
Exactly.
counters to to Gudra. So I don't think he's gonna be a Dragon Claw if he's gonna put
Like I
into
said, I
that.
could imagine Surf as well for the Rhyperior, but not necessarily.
No, I don't
Of
think
course, the Rhyperior doesn't really look
too
great
strong.
here. If he's gonna run Rhyperior, it kind of has to run the Smackdown to at least hit the Lando for neutral, but the Dialga will resist it then. So
Mhm.
that wouldn't really be nice. Let's see the next game.
Okay, game 3, Mewtwo into Dialga. I'm curious how Mewtwo only showed Shadow Ball so far? Okay, it's
We
gonna
do
come
see
in
that
through
Rhyperior with the Smackdown.
SmackDown Rhyperior into
Yeah.
into Dialga.
Yeah, Goku realizing he could just
7789.
stay in, throw an Iron Hat for now.
Yeah,
Not he
77899 really
just
grasping
doesn't
for
have to
straws
swap
here
out.
with this
Yeah.
cheese strat, trying to get your opponent to swap.
Oh, also he isn't running Rock Wrecker. He has Surf and
Yeah,
Superpower.
Surf and
Those movesets are absolutely wild.
yeah, 7789 with some strange movesets coming in, and no shield on the
That's the
Surf.
beauty. Oh, he will probably no shield this.
Yeah,
I don't.
he might even no shield the
I can't
superpower.
imagine Goku not expecting the double for the energy moves.
And
Oh, he
Goku,
does. Big call. Can just Dragon Breath
yeah,
down. Dialga is still not the undisputed god of Master League anymore due to Zacian's release, but it's still absolutely up there. It'll just get the shield from that Ho with that Thunder.
exactly.
Might even bait.
Ho has to throw a move
Yeah,
onto
he baits.
Ho has to throw a move now onto Dialga. There's no way he's
Yep.
incinerating that.
And he has to throw the Brave Bird debuffing himself, essentially forcing himself to
To
dip
switch,
once again.
yeah,
Once the Dialga is KO'd, yeah, he's forced to swap out. And we know that the opposing Mew has that Shadow Claw. But will we see the Mew here?
yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
we do
see
see the
the
Mew.
Mew. Maybe we'll see the moveset
Second charge move?
Shadow Ball coming through, or what? Oh, Mewtwo gets
Not
the
from
Shadow
the Mew
Ball.
side. It isn't.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, Mew gets a lot of moves, but not one of the best charge moves in the game with Shadow Ball. 55 energy for 100 base damage. Absolutely good, absolutely great move. We will probably just see him Stone Edge
Stone Edge,
again, if I'm honest.
Stone
Yeah,
Edge
we just
again.
see him Stone
Maybe it was
Edge
just
again.
one. Maybe just single moved.
Yeah, probably right.
Oh, and here comes Ice
Oh,
Beam with the
huge
one
ice
shot.
beam.
Wait a second.
Mewtwo obviously winning CMP. 789 actually winning this match. If the
Wait.
Mew doesn't have enough energy, he is switch locked though, so the Mew will. Yeah, the Mew
Oh,
can just
you
Shadow
might,
Claw down.
yeah, might farm up
Will
enough
he
for Stone
survive
Edge.
an Incinerate, or will he reach a Stone Edge before that?
And
No,
oh,
actually unable to reach the Stone Edge in time to finish that match. So we
the
do see
two,
2-1 in favor of Dutch Goku. I'm quite interested whether 789 can bring that down to a tie after that 0-2
yeah.
loss in the first two games. And we did see Rhyperior pay off
I,
getting both shields from the Dialga.
I can't believe he just swapped into SmackDown Rhyperior into a
Just
Dialga,
SmackDown,
and it
Surf,
worked.
Superpower, Rhyperior.
I'm like, oh my god, 7899 really grasping at straws here, trying to do anything he can to win this game, and it worked out.
Yeah, I'm
Insane,
interested
insane
whether
stage
we
here.
can see that Heracross with the Dialga being in play every single time. It might get some play, especially with the Mew. We don't know the second charge move. If it's not going to hit it for super effective, he will definitely easily reach a Mega Horn to get the shield or KO the Mew. So let's see. Let's see which Pokemon we will get to see in the fourth game. Whether there will be any more surprising moveset revelations we didn't expect. For example, the third move on Mew.
Mhm. Think we'll see still Mewtwo Ho-Oh. Oh, on 7899 side.
Yeah,
Regice.
probably. We do see the Regice into the Mew. We know that, oh, he brought Rhyperior instead of Ho-Oh. Yeah, let's see. Will the Mew show another charge move other than Stone Edge? He did
Mhm.
throw 7 Shadow
Oh yeah.
Claws, so this might
Yeah.
just as well be a Stone Edge.
Yeah, it's probably Stone Edge. Stone
Yeah,
Edge has to be another. I can't say. I guess we'll never find out.
we will never find out. Goku just absolutely concealing his second charge move. Zero intent to show it to us. But honestly, he doesn't really need to. Even the Blizzard, it will put it in Earthquake range. So he will outpace, I think. Oh, trying to
Oh,
catch that
Rapier
Stone
trying to
Edge.
catch the Stone Edge.
Unfortunately, not able to, and the
And
Dialga
he's moved
comes
on
out.
for the Alga. Now that he
He
knows it's
is up a
SmackDown.
shield,
Rapier. He's gonna throw
trying to
right
get the
before he
bait
gets to
again.
Ironhead. Try to get the first shield. We'll see a surf
Will
coming
Goku
in.
call a
See if he
bait?
bait.
Nope.
Yep. He shields the bait.
Yeah, he will just get the shield back that he just used. Will be up a shield or KO the Rhyperior, that is, which we will see now. Yeah, Rhyperior not able to tank that move. However, the Regice is pretty loaded, so able to hardly outpace the Dialga, which just threw a charge move.
Regice coming in. Earthquaking. Not enough to take out
Not quite
Dialga.
enough.
I think
He has to shield an Iron Head as well because it is super
Ironhead's gonna
effective.
come in.
Oh,
Oh,
able
throwing right
to
before
throw
the
his charge
Ironhead.
move before the Iron Head comes through. Yeah, preserves his last shield for the cost of 65 energy, which is a fairly good deal considering Reggie only needs 13 turns to get those. I don't really think 789 can get this. Oh, actually, with the Mew coming back in,
Mew has
the
a
Mew
ton
is
of
still too
energy.
healthy for the Mewtwo. But
I
yeah,
don't know.
it's still too healthy.
Mewtwo. I don't know if it's possible Mewtwo can farm down. It's not possible for Mewtwo to farm down this
I
many.
don't
Yeah,
think so
throw a charge
either.
move. And he
Yeah,
only has
definitely does.
big
Have
moves
a
on his
shield up as
Mewtwo.
well. He
This is
doesn't
gonna
have the
be
Size Strike,
really rough.
unfortunately, yes, which will cost him 3 extra Psycho Cuts if he
Yeah.
actually throws them, which he has to. Oh, he comes in Lando. Yeah, this game is over. 3-1 for Dutch Goku because he can easily just shield an Ice Beam, reach the Earthquake before 789 is able to get to another move.
Exactly.
So yeah,
This
Dutch
earthquake is
Goku.
huge. Huge damage.
Yeah, it's Dialga supremacy. Easily one of the best picks for the first round of a Master League draft. Obviously, as it is one of the strongest Pokemon in all of Master League. And paired with that Lando, it's just not even fair if we're honest. Okay,
3-1. Hmm.
let's get to the last match of tonight. Darkest David versus Stefan Eichgenraum.
See.
I really love this Lugia. It
Left
only
hand side, we
loses
have
to Snorlax,
Lugia.
and even that isn't that bad a matchup because Lugia is just way too thick, and the Aeroblast will have to be shielded.
Yeah, Lugia looks a little bit strong on Stefan's side. I guess I've played Kyogre a lot, and Kyogre can beat Lugia. It's like not terrible if you're Kyogre. I don't know about the Granbull though. I've never seen a Granbull in Master League Classic at all. It's gonna
Granbull
be
is
interesting.
the fourth best charmer, or the
Oh,
third best
that's
charmer
hard.
according to some.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, there just isn't really much options in Charmers, which is kind of
Yeah.
bad because, well, Dragon Breath and Dragon Tail is super oppressive, so Charmers are high in demand,
Yeah.
and Granville being one of the best is kind of awkward since it only reaches like 2600 CP or something like that, but it does put in work sometimes. And this, oh, it is a Shadow Granbull. Well,
Mm,
he could run non-Shadow Granbull, but he elects to go with the Shadow variant because why not? It is
yeah.
much more damage, and honestly, I love the Granbull here. The only heart loss is the Genesect, perhaps, and other than that, it can just charm down anything except maybe the Regirock as well. And the Lugia, honestly,
Not Regirock.
I'm not sure if
Yeah.
it can actually tank a Sky Attack,
Mm.
especially if it's Shadow.
I think Genesect here. I think Kyogre on Darkest David side is pretty good as well.
Yeah,
Beats
Kyogre is super safe here. Only
except for
really loses
maybe
to
Kyurem.
Kyurem.
Kyurem, yeah. I think Genesect is gonna run the shock drive for
Yeah, I
sure.
think so
On
too,
Stefan.
especially because of that big Kyogre. Like
Yeah.
you said, it's super safe, so he kind of needs an additional answer. While Lugia is a super neutral matchup, depending on whether he can land a Thunder or a Blizzard, the Genesect having the Shock Drive definitely helps, especially because he doesn't really need any other charge moves. He can just the Reshiram he just loses straight up. It doesn't really matter what he runs. Water Technoblast is the
Yeah.
only thing he can do, even neutral or Hyper Beam. I think it gets Hyper Beam. Latios is a hard win. Snorlax is kind of neutral, but you usually lose because it just outbulks you. And Conkeldurr isn't great either. But Granbull, you just resist the charms. You can just throw the neutral Techno Drive, Techno Blast, absolutely strong move. So yeah, let's get to the first match, and we'll see who will have the upper hand after the first one.
Stefan versus Darkest David. Stefan's point of view here. We'll see what he leads in just a minute. Here we
See the
go.
elevator music. We do see the Kyurem into the
Kyurem,
Granbull.
Granbull.
Oof.
This is a bad lead. Let's see what he safe swaps into. Into his Lugia, another dragon
Oh,
fast move user.
it is shiny Lugia, so it does more damage.
And these Dragon Tails are doing nothing to this Shadow Growl, even though it's
Yeah,
Shadow.
but neither do the charms really. Like, yes, they do a
Oh,
good
really?
bit more, but he reached the sky attack and he oh my god, the sky attack.
Sky attack is
Can he
insane
Tekken
damage.
Tail down if he shields this?
Oh my god.
Does he even need to shield this?
Is Granville even like 3000 CP? Is it
No, it's 2,561.
2000
41, sorry.
CP?
Oh, it is also Shadow Snorlax,
And a Shadow Storm that comes in
but
on
able
Lugia.
to reach the sky attack still.
So he must have another answer to Kyurem. Maybe the Conkeldurr?
Maybe the
I'm
Conkeldurr or one of
or
the two
the
potential Dragon Breathers on his
yeah,
team.
but
Because if I recall correctly, Reshiram just outbulks it, and he seems to not really want to use his shields, apparently.
yeah.
And Latios just wins CMP, and they have the same pace with the Dragon Claws.
So Regirock gonna call the superpower correctly and take the shield.
A big shield, however, he is down a shield now.
And here comes Stone Edge. Shielded by the Snorlax. Let's see if the Snorlax will get to a second one.
Yeah, he needs to
Superpower
reach
coming
another.
in.
If this is a superpower, it will do like half, since both are really tanky Pokemon. It is already debuffed, yeah. A
Yeah,
bit
it's
less
already
than
too.
half. Will he catch a move on Granbull? No.
No.
Actually,
Then
Granbull would
Stone
be
Edge.
absolutely amazing to come in here with, because he will be able to throw 4 charms just in the time before he. Oh, it is Reshiram in the bag, by the
Reshiram
way.
comes in.
Best buddy Reshiram as well. Will we see the Dragon Breath down? Yes, we do see the Dragon Breath down, probably, but will he be able to reach another Dragon Claw before he is Dragon Breath down? Gets the shield for sure.
And no shields on Reshiram, and his Granbull is no HP here. And
That is
Granbull
fine. It won't be
survives
able
with
to
1
throw another
HP,
charm here.
charming down
Oh,
the Kyurem.
that was probably the correct play, actually, because Dragon Claw is less than the Stone Edge, I think. That is
Here we go.
insane.
Will Reshiram get to 2 crunches
He does get the debuff.
before he
I think
gets?
he can just Dragon Breath down before the
Oh yeah,
Regirock can get to 2 Stone Edges. Yeah, that. Oh, he actually gets to another charge move, finishing off
that
the
was,
Regirock with
that was the
style, I
correct
guess.
play. You were right. I had serious doubts about not shielding the Dragon
Yeah,
Claw.
me too, but the Switch
But
Puck being up, the Granbull just enough HP to get to that 4th charm damage and get rid of the Kyurem. That was just, oof, damn.
that
Masterful gameplay with the Shadow Granbull.
Lock-on's really doing nothing. That's what he was banking on, and he was
Yeah,
correct.
Granbull in the lead against an ABA Dragon Tail / Dragon Breath line. Like I said, we do love those fast moves on the server, and that's why it pays off to bring your Shadow Granbull, I guess.
Shadow Ground 25141 CP.
Will we see the Kyogre in the second game though, or will we just once again see the Charm Down adding to additionally with the Snorlax safe swap option and Reshiram as that big Dragon Breather with amazing stats? Let's get to the next battle
Yeah,
and
let's
find
get to
out.
the next game.
Kyurem lead
Kyurem
again.
again into Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr. This should be a good matchup for Conkeldurr.
Yeah, this
We'll
is
see.
amazing for Conkeldurr, so he has
And
to immediately swap out into Lugia, and there's that Shadow
Lugia.
Granbull once again. We just saw it could easily tank one Sky Attack. Well, not easily, but
You say easily, but it does
it
70%.
was fairly close, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do see the
He's throwing right before his
2,550.
Aeroblast. I don't know. I know
Yeah,
Granbull can survive. Oh, but
Oh,
he's
shielding.
popped in the shield this time.
Will we see a no
And
shield? I
looking
wanna know how much
to
the crunch does. Nope. Don't see the no shield, unfortunately.
we saw last time how much the crunch did in the first
Did we?
game. Yes.
Alright, we did. Did.
And then
It's fairly close. Yeah,
looks
he
like
will
getting another sky attack off.
didn't get the sneak in apparently, but maybe it's gonna be an invisible?
And he double shields his Shadow
Yep,
Grambles.
invisible sneak in.
Really wants
Able
the
to win
switch.
CMP, getting that shield back or winning switch. Yeah, winning switch.
And Stefan thinks his best chances are with a shield. And he comes into Regirock, and Conkeldor is
Yeah,
gonna
the APA
sweep this
line against
game or
Conkeldurr
no?
just hurts. He had to stay in the lead, I think.
Okay. Oh, Regirock has to shield this.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much is the Focus Blast gonna do
The
to
thing is, he can Focus
Conkeldor.
Blast and then Stone Edge, which I think will either do enough or put it into Dragon Breath downrange.
I
Oh,
think this is the play. And going
tries
in
to
for the
farm down
Dranger.
like this. Is he able to?
It's
Uh,
not able to farm down. And
not quite
what do you think
cocky
is
enough.
coming back?
I
Kyogre
assume it's
or
Reshiram. I think it's
Reshiram?
this Reshiram. Reshiram is
Reshiram
just
makes sense.
too strong sometimes. I think he will come in Grand Ball though. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the Dragon Claw won't even KO.
Oh,
Or actually, it
no, I
might.
don't think so. I don't think
It
so.
might. It is Shadow.
There's no way.
It will definitely put it very, very close to getting KO'd. Yeah, very close.
Okay.
This is actually great because
This
it's
is good
just
for
one
Regirock.
extra energy.
Oh,
Yeah,
and he
Kyogre, never mind.
Kyogre! This is good.
He
And
did bring the
the
Kyogre.
stand
Stephon
still.
giving up. No
Oh
Zap
my
Cannon on that
god.
Regirock, unfortunately. Did you know it does learn Zap Cannon?
On Regirock.
Yeah, Regirock does get Zap Cannon. It's not as OP as his brother Registeel nowadays,
Yeah.
but still, Zap Cannon is a pretty good move.
My god.
Yeah, we did see the Kyogre instead of the Snorlax.
Darkest David doing really well this game.
And
This
he also
matchup.
still had that Conkeldurr, didn't he?
Yeah. Game number 3.
David, 2 games
He's-
ahead. Can Stefan get the upper hand again, or at least catch up?
Can he go for the tie? Let's see. Reshiram into Garchomp this time. See if the Dragon Tail or Mud Shot. Mud Shot?
It is Dragon Tail.
Dragon Tail.
With
And he
double
moves
ground charge
with double
moves,
ground
Sand
move.
Tomb
Yeah.
Nerf Power, probably? To debuff or nuke? I think he
These
can just
Dragon
Dragon
Tail are
Tail down.
really adding up too. This crunch is gonna come in. I think this Reshiram has to shield. Oh, I think
No, he will just
Garchomp's
Dragon Tail
gonna go
down and
for the
throw
Dragon
back to
Tail
back.
down.
Oh, aggressive swap into the Grand Ball. Didn't sneak in, I think.
He tried. I think he
I,
did, but
I think he tapped Earth Power. Yes, he did.
he did
Gets
tap
the
over
shield,
power.
though.
He's gonna swap. Yeah, that charm went through for sure.
Yeah, there was a sneak.
Yeah,
We do see the
there's
shock
no
drop.
chance. It comes with the Techno Blast, Thunder Techno Blast, Shock
This
Drive,
will
Genesect.
obliterate the Grand Ball if it
Yeah,
goes unshielded.
I think. Oh, he's gonna shield his Gramble.
Put the trust in the bull.
He
Yeah,
really
he
wants
will
the
just get
second
that
shield.
shield back now.
Does
Or will Stefan?
okay?
Yeah, Stefan decides to shield.
Stefan's gonna shield because he has 2 Mons weak to Charm in the back.
I mean, Lugia takes neutral, but he would have to throw a Sky Attack. Yeah, he does get to the Techno Blast. However, this is kind of a problem because now the Genesect is just farm down for anything that comes in, and if it is the Kyogre, then he will be able to easily reach the Thunder. Oh, it is Conkeldurr. This is
Conkeldurr
actually amazing.
counters down right
It
before
does
the
have Stone Edge, but he
yeah.
needs 2 to KO the Lugia. Shows perfect timing, throwing in the middle of a Dragon Tail, so no catch is possible.
It's gonna go for the Stone Edge. It's gonna do not even half.
Yeah.
And he tries to catch on his Reshiram, and looks like it's
Yeah,
pretty much
this game
game
is
over.
over. Lugia putting in work. He will probably. Oh, just a Sky Attack. Will this cost him though? Will the Conkeldurr tank
see how
it?
much it does. I'm
It
not
does
sure how much this
Yeah,
does.
never
Okay,
mind. It does way too much.
it
Also,
does.
the Garchomp is still alive. So we
Yeah,
do see he did catch up one game. Will he also be able to tie up that matchup? That would be quite a twist, wouldn't you say?
I'd say yes. I
Yeah,
think we'll definitely see
we saw
more of
that
the Shadow
Genesect
Gamble
be very important here.
because the Stefan finally brought the counter to Shadow Gamble in his Genesect in
Absolutely.
last game, and that's why
Let's
he won.
see. Can Stefan get the tie, or will Darkest David run away with 2 points in his bag? Genesect lead versus the Granbull. He
Hopefully the
does get it
Gamble
paired up
fight.
immediately.
Stefan's pretty happy with this. Let's see what Darkest David safe swaps into.
Oh,
Easy leg coming
flag.
through.
He does have the
Oh,
ABB double Dragon Tail in the bag,
I guess
which is
bug the bug moves are resisted. Charm is resisted. Looks like
oh
he's trying to
Snorlax
catch a
safe
move
swap.
onto
Oh,
Snorlax.
this Technoblast will do like I think 60% almost, since Genesect is fairly attack heavy and it is Shadow. Yeah, it
Technoblast
goes
gets
shielded.
shielded.
Still staying in that matchup, and I'm really confused why. Perhaps he is confident he can win switch advantage and Sky Attack the Granbull as it is in range of that.
I think that's what he's thinking too.
He wants to Dragon Tail it down. He wanted to throw a Technoblast, get it through, and
Mm.
then Dragon Tail it down so he can get that last field from the Granbull with the Earth Power, or
I
get
think
rid of it to
I
begin.
think this makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It is absolutely amazing play in this situation, especially because Garchomp can even tank two superpowers without any issues. He knows that David is not running Outrage, so he doesn't really have to shield anything here.
See, I think we're gonna see the Gramble come in. Let's see if he gets the
Yeah, and
Earthquake,
he's
and
gonna
he
get the
does,
shield with the Earth Power.
and the Charm comes through as well. Unfortunately,
Doesn't really matter, fortunately, because he does only have the Dragon Tails, which wouldn't do that much damage anyways. The Granbull is in one hit KO range for
oh,
any charged moves,
he had
except
a
for the
move
Magma
here.
Bomb, that is.
He's gonna go into Genesect. Maybe it's worth
Force
it
him
to
to
no
throw
shield it.
the. Yeah, I think he
He
will
does no
just throw
shield
the
it.
Sky Attack, have the 2 shield Lugia.
Yeah,
2 shield Lugia doesn't really have to be afraid of anything, I think.
I think Stefan has this. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure as well, Lugia just. Oh,
And he tries to
good
catch.
catch, but I don't think it matters. The
Yeah,
Lugia with the 2 shields, any charge moves David tries to throw will just go into nothingness. We do
everything
see
is
the Sky Attack
neutral.
doesn't
Like
really do much, but he will just go for 10 Dragon Tails and throw back to back, or perhaps for 9, so David isn't able to hit 2 crunches.
mhm. See the crunch gets shielded. And I
Those
think
Dragon
he's gonna
Tails
go
are
for the
chunking
farm
so
down and
much.
Aeroblast. That
Yeah,
and
he is
yeah,
actually able to farm down.
that's
Will
definitely
he
the play
big
here.
Aeroblast? Yes, big
Big
Aeroblast. So
Aeroblast
we
coming through.
do.
Overkill on this Granville. And
That
Stefan
will
actually ties
absolutely
it.
obliterate that Granbull. Stefan able to, once again, just as the matches earlier, tie this up after a rough 0-2 head start by Darkest David.
Really, really good scenes from Stefan being
Yeah,
able to bring 0-2
that
down.
just shows why it is the best of 4 format. Like, even if you are down 2 points, it doesn't mean that this matchup is definitely on your opponent's side. You can still come back from those, which is absolutely amazing.
I've never seen a best of 4 format until today. And
It's quite
I think
interesting.
we've seen 2 ties, right? Today? Or
I
1
do
tie?
think so, yes.
Yeah, 2 ties today. Yeah, 2 ties
Yeah,
today.
2 ties.
And if it was a
Goku
best
and
of 3,
Heater got the 2 points each.
yeah,
Cabana and 789 unable to get a point. However, they did rob 1 game each to get that single wins up
yeah,
a bit at
exactly.
least.
Oh, and see the standings right now? We have
Dutch Goku currently at 8-0, absolutely dominating.
Dutch Kogu at 8-0.
Yeah, we see both Darkest David and Stefan both went 4-0 in their first matchup and now went 2-2,
Uh,
or the other way around, that is.
sorry, I'm a little bit confused. Didn't Dutch Goku go 3-1 just now? Okay.
Yeah, true. We didn't see a 4-0 today. We
Okay,
only
I'm
saw
confused.
2-3-1.
Okay.
So Goku should probably be at 7-1 then, which
Yeah, I
is
think
still an
he's should be
amazing record.
7-1 this week. Sorry.
Still,
Okay.
4 points in total, and currently ahead of the others.
All right.
Do you want
Next,
to
you
go
want to
first?
sign off first? Yeah.
Okay, so thanks for watching, obviously, and hope to see you another week, another stream, and yeah.
This was my first time casting. It was very fun, along with Next Cecilia. Forgive me if I did a bad job, but I think I did an okay job.
You did
Uh,
okay. The only things that you failed were pronouncing Zamazenta, but
what
isn't
did
big.
you say?
That isn't that big an issue.
Zazamenta? Oh my god. And this was the PoGoRaids Champions Division draft. Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a good night or day.
Anybody in
Who do you
particular?
want to raid? We'll see. Let's see who's gonna raid. So I'm doing master. I think that makes sense. Well, let me check. I'm on Twitch right now.
Let me check whether Panic is streaming Master League or Love Cup.
All right.
Looks like Love Cup.
Bean 3X. I see some Master League. Zardy, I see some Master League, but it's in Brazilian or Portuguese, right?
Yes. That is true. Everybody is welcome to PoGoRaids. Also, if you're watching and like the format, you are always welcome to join and play in a tournament yourself, obviously.
Let's recommend the Bean 3X. I recommend it. Yes. Yes. Can we type that? Oh, we also hit 100 followers on the Twitch channel in the stream. So thank you
Nice.
everyone for the follows. Mm. All right. Signing off.